Okay, so things are getting a little bit complicated now. So we're going to supply a video of me trying to work through the solution. Now it's important that you see me work through it in real time because, look, I'm not perfect. I'll make mistakes. I came up with these questions and I will make mistakes as I code. But watch me do it, watch me talk through what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and watch me debug it as well. All of those things that I'm modeling are useful skills for you to gain. So, day 27, we're going to make this character generator. And the first thing I want to do is bring in the libraries that I want to use. I'm going to start by importing random, OS, and time. They seem like sensible ones for me to bring in. I'm going to start with my subroutine for rolling dice because I think that's important. Now, a lot of people often say, well, I didn't see the point of this. And actually, a lot of people have made that exact same point when we've tested this internally in Replit. Now, as a programmer, you need to try and make things as generic as possible. Now, bringing in code we need to roll dice of any sizes means that if we need to come back to this in future, it'll save us time. And it'll save us time when we're writing code here. The important thing is that we're going to use this subroutine elsewhere, so it needs to be the first one we define. So I'm just going to do result equals random.randint 1 to sides. And I'm going to return that value, if I can spell, I'm going to return the result to the main part of the code. Now with that sorted, we're going to try and work out the first stat. I believe this is health. So let's do def health. We need to use that calculation that was on the screen in the video, which is going to be a little bit interesting to write because of the order of operations. So let's do this. Health equals a 6-sided roll. So that means I need to do roll dice 6 multiplied by a 12-sided roll. So I can do roll dice 12. Now you see that's just a lot more readable than having rand.randint 1,6 times. It's just a lot more readable to see what's supposed to be going on there. Now we're going to divide that by 2. And then we're going to add 10 to the entire thing. Now, order of operations, if you remember all the way back to your days doing math, is usually calculated by something called BODMAS or BIDMAS, or at least it is in the UK, and it's the order of operations. So brackets, indices, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction happen in that order. So because addition's one of the last ones, we need to bracket it off so that the things in the brackets are done first. I can then return that to the main part of the code. The next thing we need to look at is the strength. And the strength, hold on, I've made a mistake here. You don't want to have a subroutine with the same value there. Let's do health stat. Now the reason for that is that these overwrite each other. So if I'm using a variable with the same name as a subroutine, it deletes the subroutine to make room for the variable. So we probably don't want that. See what I mean about watching me do it? It's important that you see that we all make mistakes with this. So for this, we're going to roll dice with a 6-sided dice, multiply it by roll dice with an 8-sided dice this time. We're going to divide that by 2 and add 12. And notice same bracketing as we did before. I'll return the strength stat. Okay, the main flow of the program now. The program is basically an infinite loop system. And we're going to want to see the entire character builder working. So let's start with a while true loop because we don't know how many times the user will ask. We'll start by printing out the character builder logo. Now I'm going to do exactly as I did before. I'm going to bring up my emoji picker. A few people ask, how do we get the emoji? Well, the emoji picker on a Mac is built in, and there should be one built into Windows. If you can't find it, the best place to do is go to emojipedia.com and just copy and paste the emoji from there. That's the easiest way to do it if you haven't got a built-in one, like I have. Of course, if you coding from your mobile device, it should be very, very easy for you to bring that up. Okay, I need a blank line. I then need to ask them to name their legend. So, name equals input, name your legend. Now, in my example, I've put the name on the next line, so I'm going to do that there. So, I also need then type. Character type. Human, elf, wizard, can't spell, wizard or orc, colon, and again, let them type it in the next line. So then what we're doing, we're going to print a blank line. And we're going to print out the name. Print out health. And then we'll call health, because that'll print that value straight in there. Do the same thing with strength. Again, another blank line. And then print. May you go down in. Oh, so may your name go down legend. May your name go down in legend. The blank line, then the question. Then we're going to go if again equals no, yes, or game equals yes. So I'm covering both, the proper capitalized version and the lowercase version. You don't need to do both of those. We can just assume they're going to do one of them, but I've put a capital letter in the example, so I'm going to try and deal with that. Now I'm going to break, which will end the program. Otherwise, I'm going to do time.sleep 1, just pause it for a second, and then do os.system clear. So that's a lot of code in one place without me running it. Let's see how we do. So, Ian the Mighty. He is a human. Oh, that worked well. That worked well. Now the numbers are coming out as decimal numbers, as floats, and that's because we are dividing, so we are going to end up with that sort of thing, but that's okay, that's cool. So if I say yes, I get the chance to, got it the wrong way around. So that should be no. And this is why it's important to test your programs to make sure they work. Let's do Jack, he's an elf, good elf name is Jack. Go again. Oh. I spelled system wrong. You can make very, very small problems as we go. Elora. Apparently, as I've put, a wizard. Maybe spell it right next time. Yes. Hooray. Katie, who's an orc. No. Brilliant. And the prompt coming back up means the program has stopped. So that's how I would write the answer to question 27. Hopefully I've helped you understand a little bit about the thought process behind building it, and the fact that sometimes even the best of us can't spell wizard properly.